Okay, so we're gonna get started with simplifying algebraic expressions. There are three ways in the beginning that we're gonna learn about, and there's substitution, distributing, and combining like terms. So the first one we're gonna do is substitution. Joshua, can you read the first paragraph?
The first form of simplifying expressions is used when we know what number each variable in the expression represents. If we know what they represent, we can replace each variable with the equivalent number and simplify what remains using order of operations.
Alright, so first example, we have P times Q plus 6. Alright, so for the first one, substitution, we have P times Q plus 6. And so, let's say P equals, what is that say? 3, and Q equals 5. So for substitution, all we have to do is take these numbers and plug them in everywhere we see that letter. So we have P, so that's going to be 3 times Q, which is equal to 5. So 5 plus 6. And then we follow our order of operations. So we do parentheses first, which is 6 plus 5, which is 11. And then 3 times 11 equals 33. Alright, so this one, we'll have x and y, so we have x plus y times x times 3 minus y times x over 3. Alright, where x is equal to negative 6 and y is equal to negative 2. Okay, so we're going to plug in negative 6 everywhere we see an x, and we're going to plug in negative 2 everywhere we see a y. So this is going to be negative 6 plus negative 2 times negative 6 times 3 minus negative 2 times negative 6 over 3. Alright, so we're going to start our parentheses and do this first and bring this down. So 3 minus negative 2. Joshua?
3 minus negative 2.
3 minus negative 2.
That equals positive 5.
So that equals positive 5. And then this parentheses, negative 6 divided by 3.
Equals negative 2.
Negative 2. Alright, so then we have addition and multiplication. So following our order of operations, we multiply first, left to right. So we have negative 6 plus negative 2 times negative 6, which is
Negative equals 12.
12, positive 12. And then positive 12 times 5 times negative 2. So positive 12 times 5,
60.
60 times negative 2. So then negative 6 plus 60 times negative 2
equals negative 120.
So 60 times negative 2 is negative 120. And -6 plus -120 is
Negative 126.
-126. So substitution is pretty straightforward. You just plug in the number where you see the letter that it's equal to, and then you solve using your order of operations. Okay, so I want you to copy down these problems and work them, and then we'll work them.
Six times 5.
Where?
Is that 6 times 5?
Where?
The P.E.M.
Can you pause this? So Joshua's gonna go ahead and work out these practice problems for us.
Question 3 is do number 1. Oh. Alright, so P plus 1 plus Q minus M. P equals 3, M equals 1, and Q equals 4. So it'll be 3 plus 1 plus 4 minus 1. So then you do order of operations. 3 plus 1 equals 4 plus 4 minus 1. 4 plus 4 equals 8 minus 1 equals 7. And so now number 2 is y squared plus y minus x. Y equals 5, x equals 1, so it will really be 5 squared plus 5 minus 1. So 5 squared equals 25, and then bring down the equation. 25 plus 5 equals 30. 30 minus 1 equals 29. And 3 is P minus P times Q over 6. So P equals 6 and Q equals 5, which would really be 6 minus 6 times 5 over 6. So you could change the equation to 6 over 1 minus 6 times 5 over 6. And 6 times 5 equals 30. So it'll be 30 over 6 and 6 over 1. And so then now you do 1 times 6 and 6 times 1 and 6 times 6 and 30 times 1. So what you get now is so what what you would get now is 1 time. What you get now is 1 time. You will write 30 over 6 minus 30 over 6. The denominator is going to stay 6. 6. Oh no, 36 over 6. And so now you do 36 over 30 minus 36 over 6 minus 30 over 6, which will equal 6 over 6, and the answer is going to be 1.
Alright, we're gonna do 2 more. You can copy these and then we'll work them out together. Okay, so for the first one we have 5j plus kh over 2, and h is going to be 5, j is going to be 4, and k is going to be 2. Alright, so 5 times j, so 5 times 4, plus kh, which is 2 and 5, so 2 times 5. Anytime you have the letters touching like that, that's multiplication. 2 times 5 over 2. So then we can do our multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10. And then our division. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then 20 plus 5 equals 25. We have 4 minus P minus M divided by 2 plus Q. And Q equals 6. P equals 6.
Q equals 6, and M equals 4.
And M equals 4. Alright, so we have 4 minus P minus M. So P is 6 minus 4, which is M, divided by 2, plus Q, which is equal to 6 as well. So then our parentheses, that leaves us with 4 minus 2 divided by 2 plus 6. And then 4 minus 2 is 2 divided by 2. And then 2 over 2 is 1 plus 6 equals 7. way to simplify is by combining like terms. And so what that means is, if the terms have the same variables then and exponents, then you can combine them. So for example, if we have a 3x and we have a 4x and we're adding those, and we can combine those to make it 7x. If we have 3ab plus 4ab, then we can combine those to make 7ab. If we have 3x plus 4xy, that is not the same thing. So those are two different, these terms are not the same. If we had 3xy plus 4xy, then those are the same. And we can combine them and it will be 7xy. Same thing with exponents. If I had 3a plus 3a squared, we couldn't combine those because they're not the same. But if it was 3a squared plus 3a squared, then we can combine them to make it 6a squared. Also, if it was subtraction, you could still combine them. Okay, so for our first example, we have 5x minus 2y minus 8x plus 7y. So we have x's and y's. So these are the same and these are the same. And you want to keep the sign that's in front of it with the number. So this is going to be 5x and negative 8x, which reads as 5x minus 8x. So 5 minus 8 is negative 3. So that's negative 3x. And then we have negative 2y and positive 7y, which is negative 2y plus 7y, which is going to be positive 5y. Positive 5y. And so then this is your simplified expression, negative 3x plus 5y. Now we have 8x squared minus 3x plus 7 minus 2x squared plus 4 x minus 3. So Joshua, what are our like terms?
8x squared, 3x
squared,
minus 2 and minus 2x squared.
Wait, okay, just group them. Say them in groups.
Alright, so 8x squared, 8x squared, 3x, and 2x.
Those aren't like terms.
8x and 3x?
That's not a like term. This is 8x squared.
Oh.
8.
Or 8x squared and 2x squared.
Okay, so 8x squared and then negative 2x squared. And what else?
And 3x and 4x.
Keep the sign with it. So negative 3x and positive 4x. What else? These are like terms as well, because they don't have variables. So positive 7 and the negative 3 as well. Alright, so we're going to start with the exponent, the ones with exponents. So 8x, positive 8x squared and a negative 2x squared. That's 8x squared minus 2x squared. So 8 minus 2 is 6. So that leaves us with positive 6x squared. Then we have a negative 3x and a positive 4x, which reads as negative 3x plus 4x. So that's going to leave us with a positive 1x or just x. Anytime you see a variable by itself like this, it's the same as a 1 being in front of it. But you don't have to write the 1. So negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1, so 1x or just x by itself. Oh, and so then the last one, the positive 7 and negative 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4, so a positive 4. So our new equation expression reads 6x squared plus x plus 4. Okay, so copy these down and write them out, and then we'll walk through them. Alright, so for the first one, where's the like terms?
Like terms are, it's the minus 9 and plus 2.
Alright, so remember we said before you want to keep the number with the sign that's in front of it. So this would be the negative 9 and positive 10 that are like terms, so neither one of them have variables. So then that would be negative 9 plus 10, which is positive 1. So positive 1, which leaves us with r plus 1. And it's important that you remember to keep the sign that's in front of it, because had we just did r minus and we just added 9 plus 10 and brought that down, that would have been r minus 19, which gives us a completely different expression. So remember to keep the sign. So for the second one, we have negative 4x plus 2 minus 4. Negative 4x is by itself. Then we have plus 2 and a minus 4. So positive 2. So 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So a negative 2, which leaves us with negative 4x minus 2. Alright, so Joshua said this one stumped him a little bit, the n plus n. So remember in our examples before, I told you when the variable is alone, it's the same as it having a 1 in front of it. So that would be 1n plus 1n. And so then 1 plus 1 would be 2. So that would be 2n. And then this one, we have 4b, and we have another b, so 7b. They're both positive. So we have a 4b and a positive 7b. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11b. And so then we have a positive 6 and a positive 1. So 6 and positive 1. So 6 plus 1 is positive 7. That leaves us with 11b plus 7. Did you get that 7 right? Okay, so here we have negative x plus 8x. So again, this is the same as having a 1 in front. So we can do that as a negative 1 plus 8. So negative 1 plus 8 is positive 7. And then of course our x's. So that would be 7x.
Yeah.
Hmm? Alright, so here we have 1 minus 10n minus 10. So our like variables, our like terms are 1 and a negative 10. So 1, negative 10, 1 minus 10 is negative 9. And then we're left with this, which will be negative 10n. So it reads negative 9 minus 10n. Or you could have left that in the front and it would read negative 10n minus 9. Either way would have been correct. As long as you keep this sign with it. Either way you write it is correct. Okay, so alright, so you're gonna have some practice problems to do after school on the what's it called? Substitution and combining terms. Can it catch all that?
Mhm.